sometimes you need to be able to let go of stuff you thought you wouldn't have to say goodbye to, or stuff you knew that was coming and you just don't want to do it. But I think part of the experience of being somewhere and enjoying that place is to be able to let go of where you've been or where you are, and just be aware that part of the enjoyment you had during the time, it was because it was temporal. I'm having some trouble trying to get my point across, because to be honest, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna say what I want to say. But you know that I've been in an Erasmus for 9 months now, and like everything in life, things end and change. And to be honest, I thought and I knew that it was going to be hard to say goodbye to that period of time I've had in my life, because the Erasmus is a very specific experience, because you know you're not going to relive it ever again. You don't have a second Erasmus year, you can't apply again, and anyway, it's never going to be the same. So yeah, I thought I wouldn't have to that soon, at least, and that's changed my point of view on how letting go and changing, I guess, works. So I guess I just want to record how this is, you know, how I'm experiencing this and the things I've had to let go and that I will have to part from within the last couple of weeks, and the things that I've already lost, like a kitchen to the fire. You know how you can't really be nor mad nor sad about going home, because you know there's people there waiting for you, and after all, home is where your heart is. Home is where the people you love are. But I've come to the realization that you can also love cities. They're not going to love you back the same way a person does, but you can fall in love with the place, which I've done with Edinburgh, and not only with the place, but with like a building. I came here, I made a point to myself, and I got into a flat accommodation, and I made the point of calling it home so I wouldn't feel lonely or displaced. I said I'm going home whenever I needed to come to my room, and I always referred to it as home for that reason, so I would have somewhere to go and I wouldn't feel lonely anymore, because, you know, I'm far away from everyone I love. But then you make relationships here, and they turn like they are the people you love now, and in the point of getting a home for myself, I got a bit too attached to the place I was living, and I was ready to say goodbye at the end of the month, at the end of May, and then our kitchen burned and we had to say goodbye before we thought we would. Circumstances have made me realize that letting go, it's not going to be as clean as I thought it would. I'm not going to just go and say goodbye to Edinburgh. I've already said goodbye to the dearest friend I've made here. I've already said goodbye to the place I used to live for 9 months, because it's not the same. It's not my room really. It's just something, we're just living in the pilot flat. So, and then eventually, yes, on the 30th I will leave and I won't be in Edinburgh anymore, but I feel like I've already said goodbye to things that I thought wouldn't matter that much as long as I was still here, and they really do. But at the same time, I've had a really good year in here, and it wouldn't be fair for myself or for the year I've had to let go of all of this in a sad tone. So I think part of the experience should be learning to say goodbye in a cheerful note, you know, saying yes, I'm stopping a period of my life that I really didn't want to stop, but at the same time it was a pretty good period of my life. As I said, a lot more difficult to convey what I want to say than what I thought it would be. So I've basically been mumbling and interrupting myself because it's a hard thing to say, to be honest. But in the end, you know, a hell of a year.